So we have to talk about this, Costco boycott, which is being led by, the professional race hustler, Al Sharpton. All because, due to, Trump, getting rid of DEI in the federal government. And of course, this led to a lot of companies, organizations that are also getting rid of DEI. One company in particular is Target. And a lot of these people, especially Al Sharpton, are boycotting Target because they're getting rid of their DEI program, and they're going to companies like Costco because they decided not to get rid of it. So he wants to do a boycott in support of it. And the issue I have is, obviously, when it comes to race relations in America, a big reason why it never improves is because of race hustlers like Al Sharpton, right? They don't want race relations to improve in America because why? This is their money maker, right? This is how they make money. This is their grift. And obviously he's been doing it for a long time. So he understands the game, and he knows that, the more there's more racial tension, more division when it comes to race, he'll always have a spot when it comes to how he makes his money. And because let's be honest, like if he really cared about, improving race relations, like, there's so many, like when it comes to, blacks killing each other, deleting each other, you never see his face, right? But when it's a white person, a cop doing it, that's when you see him out. That's when he comes out and says what he has to say. And when you see him come out and the way he talks, these people don't want it to improve. They want it to get worse. They want more issues because that's how they continue to stay relevant. And when it comes to these DEI programs, right, like we don't need it. It's clearly discrimination, right? And it's funny how we talk about how we don't want discrimination in this country, right? But we want discrimination when it benefits that person or when it benefits us. It's either we're for discrimination or we're against it. And when you look at these DEI programs, you're putting in people in positions of, you're putting people in place where they're not qualified. Right. And that's the thing. We got to get back to a meritocracy based system. Right. Because we don't want to put people there just because of the color of their skin or their gender. We want people that are in there because they actually belong there and they're qualified. Okay? And of course, we want diversity, but we want diversity when it makes sense. Right. We don't want to put people in there because, like I said, just because of the way they look. We want people that are there because they belong there and they're qualified. But when it comes to DI programs, it's obviously, discrimination. And it makes sense to get rid of these things. And the fact that, you got, Al Sharpton coming out here with this whole boycott of Costco because they support DEI program. Look, I don't even shop at Costco. I mean, I don't care for it, but obviously they're gonna have to deal with the outcome of this situation when it comes to the DEI program. But for me, when I look at these DEIs, for me it's a way to guilt people, right? For things that happened in the past, especially when it comes to black people and slavery. It's a way to say, because of things that happened in the past, you have to amend for it now by giving us these programs where you're putting, black people in places where they can so-called succeed or whatnot. When in reality that you don't really need these programs, right? You don't need these programs because there are plenty of black people that are not even just black people, just any minority group, whether you want to call it women out there, other minority groups, they are going out there and succeeding, right? They understand that, yes, life is hard, but they understand that if they push themselves, they go out there and work hard and try their best and try to learn and develop skills, that they can push through that and be successful. And if look at, if you want to have a program where if you're somebody or a business that you want to give opportunities to certain minority groups, that's cool, but it shouldn't be mandated by any government, okay? It should be done because, hey, I see somebody that looks like they want some help. Let me offer some assistance, right? Let that person do it. But, you forcing this is just forcing these DEI programs are making situations worse because all it's doing is discriminating against other groups of people. And obviously that's not right? Like I said, you're either for or against discrimination. Discrimination is wrong on every aspect. And the fact that you see Al Sharpton coming out here creating this more division, and they said we're gonna stand by Costco because they stand by us. Like, what does that mean? And you see the people that I look at these people that support these DEI programs, man. I get this idea, the feeling that these are people that are not capable of doing things for themselves, that they need things to be done for them, right? They want to find an excuse for why they can't accomplish things in life, right? Life is hard, so you know what? We need this DEI program to help put us in a position that we can, be successful. Like, why are you? They need a person like Al Sharpton to lead them. Like, I don't need Al Sharpton to lead me to do anything. I'm a very capable person that can do things for myself. And I am more than willing to do that. All I ask is that don't stand in my way. And we live in times, it's not like it's in the 60s where there were so many barriers for people to be successful. Like, I can start a business when I want. I can start a business and make money however I want. There's like really no barriers for me to be successful, right? As long as I'm putting in the effort and learning and educating myself, developing new skills, I can do that. Is it hard? Is it difficult? Of course it is, but that's life, right? And when it comes to DEI programs, look, man, obviously you could understand the intention, like putting people in a position where they give them opportunities, but it's got to a point where we can obviously see that it's discriminating against other groups of people, and that's wrong, right? And it's not really there to it's obviously people like Al Sharpton that they don't really care about that helping these people. For them, it's a way for them to make money. It's clearly a way for him to make money, right? Making sure people put these programs in place. It's a grift for him. It's how he makes his money. Okay. So let's watch this video of him. I think he's in Costco talking about why it's important for these DEI programs to exist. I'm not gonna play it for too long because I really don't care what you guys say, but let's hear what he has to say.
Corporations came forward and said we're going to do diversity. We're going to do this because race needs to be dealt with. And for Donald Trump to be able to cancel a commitment they made is an outright affront to the black community, brown community, LGBTQ, gay community, and women that they committed to. So that is why we will stand with those that stand with us. Costco's immediately stepped out and said that they will not back off DEI. On last Monday, Martin Luther King holiday, I announced that for 90 days we're going to research the company that we find that has made the most affront. We will call a boycott. But today we are calling a buy-in. I have bought 100 people $25 gift certificates. We're going shopping at Costco because they've stood with us.
All right. So yeah, basically what he's doing is he's just buying some gift cards. I think it was like 100 gift cards. He's gonna buy them, give them to distribute them to people, and have them buy stuff in Costco. So as a sign of appreciation for Costco, keeping their DEI program. I mean, whatever, do what you gotta do. But for me personally, like I'm happy that they're getting rid of these DEI programs because I don't see the benefit for them. They're obviously there's discriminatory. And they don't make things better in this country, right? I know a lot of people think they benefit from it because they put them in like certain jobs, but if you're someone that's talking about building relationships and making things better as a whole here in this country, DEI is clearly not making things better for us as a country. So those are my thoughts. Interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure to leave a comment down below, hit the like button, share, and if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one. Later.